everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about episode 10 from Tokyo Mew Mew Mew. We are going through the end phase of at least the first season, I hope that we're talking about the first season. And this episode felt all over the place. Not in a bad way. I feel like it tried to be very funny at certain moments and also very dramatic at others. And I feel like it gone from 0 to 100 very quickly. In certain moments it worked for me and in others it did not. So let's talk about it. But before we start talking about the episode itself, I think that there are some things that make a lot of sense, which I feel like this version did really, really well. The first one is Ichigo herself and the way her power scales compared to the other girls. In this version of Tokyo Mew Mew Mew, I feel like all of the girls are able to kick some ass in battles. I am really enjoying it. You know, the battles are short and we haven't had lots of episodes, but they're able to showcase their powers in very nice ways, which the original anime didn't do, in my opinion. I feel like in this version they're really able to kick some ass. But there is one thing that did not change. Mew Ichigo is the strongest, and we can see this in Tokyo Mew Mew Mew. Like, the girls are all strong, they can all fight, maybe except for Pudding. In battles, I feel like Pudding is the one that lacks the most, but not only in battles. She was always the one who was a little behind in battles, in episodes, and like focus on Pudding is a little shifty, in my opinion. It's always been like this, and in battles, I feel like she is the only one that doesn't shine a lot in this version. But Ichigo is the strongest one when it comes to her powers, when it comes to defeating the monsters. This is, in my opinion, gonna come into play in two different scenarios in this episode. The first one is the fact that she becomes a cat, a real cat in this, because it feels like as strong as she gets, her power starts fusing her DNA, her human DNA starts fusing more with her cat DNA. And, well, this makes sense because she is the one that's using her powers the most so far. So it makes sense that her DNA is being more and more of that specific cat, that she had her DNA infused. And the second one is the dependence of the team as a whole on Ichigo. This comes into play in this episode, in that part where the girls are searching for Mew Aqua, and they're all wondering about Ichigo, where she is and what she's doing and how important she would be at this moment. And Ichigo's importance for the team is not because of her powers alone. It's because her personality brought the team together. Her personality changed the worldview of each of the other four girls. We've been seeing that a lot in Tokyo Mew Mew Mew. We see this in so many instances along the episodes so far. The girls talking about Ichigo and Ichigo talking about the girls very dearly, very fondly. And this is a strong part of Tokyo Mew Mew Mew, and we saw that in this episode. And we also see Ichigo talking about the girls, or thinking about the girls in this episode. Because, well, Ichigo is important to the girls, but the girls are also important to Ichigo. And that was a very weird scene to me because, like, Ichigo as a cat was drowning. And at the same time she was drowning, she was thinking about the girls and how she would be able to spend more time with them if she could. What she would do with them. And that was so dramatic, like so unnecessarily dramatic. Like, Ichigo, are you really dying, girl? And I feel like the show was conscious about the choice of turning that into a serious point. I thought that it was going to be like, somehow it was going to be funny, it was going to be a little bit comedic, but no, the show went on the full dramatic road in that scene, and I felt that super, super weird. Because, I mean, it was very clear that Ichigo was not going to die, and it's not because, oh, I'm an adult watching a kids show, even though this show is not being done for kids. It's not like that. Like, it's not scary at all. Like, it's not a scary thing. It's not a risky thing for Ichigo as a cat at all. We know that. And so that scene felt super, super weird. Even though as I said before, I like the way the show is marking the importance of the friendship of the girls very well. And it's also marking the importance of Ichigo's feelings towards Aoyama. And we have some scenes between Aoyama and Shirogane in this episode. Very, very nice. The tension between them, girl, I loved those moments. Shirogane was great, teasing Ichigo. We also have Kishu mentioning Ichigo and how Ichigo is the girl he likes, and that's why he's going after her. I mean, a great villain, and he's doing a big plan. And when Ichigo turned into a cat, Shirogane was very worried about her. And he didn't even tell the girls what happened to her. That felt very weird to me because it feels to me that he doesn't trust the team completely for the girls to know what's going on with Ichigo. But there's this other point of view of not wanting to worry the girls about it. So I can understand him not saying that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like he is too much focused on Ichigo and forgetting about the rest of the team. I do understand it in this situation, but come on, the team is comprised of 5 girls, not from Ichigo and her friends. And we see the girls looking for the Mew Aqua while Ichigo is living the life of her dreams in Aoyama's house. And we have lots of funny scenes, funny moments with Ichigo and Aoyama's dog, and Ichigo sleeping in Aoyama's bed, Ichigo taking a shower with Aoyama being drawn in a weirdly sexy way, but it's like, it's a harem. Ichigo has her own harem, and it's a trope of certain shoujos, so again, it makes sense, and I felt like certain moments of Ichigo and Aoyama are very endearing, and they weren't different in this episode. This is a couple I kind of root for, you know, I like them together, and I feel like Aoyama is learning how to deal with his feelings towards Ichigo. He is learning how to deal with feelings in general, and he's also learning how to deal with his feelings towards Ichigo too. At the same time, Kishu's plan is being put into motion. The girls all are like desperate to find Mew Aqua, but also Ichigo. They need Ichigo to fight. And well, this episode ended in a big cliffhanger for 2 reasons. 1, because, well, we don't know what's happening with the girls. And 2, Ichigo became Ichigo at the end with Aoyama in Aoyama's house. And like she's gonna have to run away and she's gonna have to do something about it. And this menace is gonna mark the importance of Mew Ichigo to the Mew Mews. And it's funny, like all people in town are watching that and like they want the Mew Mews to come, to arrive. And well, this is gonna happen next episode probably without Ichigo. The girls are gonna lose and then Ichigo's gonna arrive. We're almost at the end. We only have 2 more episodes to go. This is probably gonna end in a cliffhanger. The season is gonna end in a cliffhanger. But I feel like they are getting Mew Aqua. They're finding Mew Aqua in this battle. We're probably gonna have a big intense battle to finish this season off with a banger. And I'm very curious to see what they have in store for us. This was a nice build-up episode. I feel like this episode set up the importance of Ichigo. Not only Mew Ichigo, but Ichigo as a person, as a friend, and also as a warrior, as a magical girl. Both things are important right now, and I feel like this episode was a good build-up for the next episode because the girls are probably gonna need Ichigo. Not Mew Ichigo only, but also Ichigo as the friend, as the one who's always by their side. And Ichigo also needs the girls because she likes being with them. She likes them each in their own way. You know, she has this. And this episode also brought us the Mint plot, which is gonna be important as well. And I found that nice because this episode was so focused on Ichigo, but there's this Mint underlying plot going on, and we saw that being mentioned. I found that interesting. I want to see what Mint is going to think about and how her change is going to bring her forward or not in her decision. I am very curious because, you know, we don't know what to expect from that plot line. I feel like she's going to want to stay, but what is going to happen? I'm curious. Anyways, babies, episode 10, as I said, a good build-up with some weird moments here and there, but in general, a nice episode. Funny moments, dramatic moments, all in one. How did you feel about it? Please leave a comment. Let's keep talking. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. Thank you so much for your support and for believing in Magical Cinnamon. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.